Hello, friends. Welcome to my channel. This is not the first video of this channel, but definitely some things are about to change a little. I don't know. In here, basically, I'm going to try to experiment with some things. And this type of situation will be something that will happen, like me just sitting down here and talking to you guys. I'm going to explain a little bit of that. Definitely, I will experiment with different kinds of content and ways of bringing you my thoughts, kind of. And, well, I will explain it, I promise. So, starting with the language that I'm using right now, which is English, I've decided to bring some of these reflections, I would say, some of these talks to you guys in English because it's a good way for me to practice English, really. To kind of get more comfortable with speaking English because I'm an English teacher, if this is your first time here. And so it's always good to be more comfortable and just trying to reach for more vocabulary words in English and just being more and more comfortable with it because it's something that I always try to improve. Also, it is good for reaching more people, obviously, because let's face it, English is a universal language. So maybe I'll have more people in here rather than just having Portuguese speaking people. I'm Brazilian, by the way. And indirectly, I will help people that follow me on Instagram that want to learn English, but this is not going to be my main focus in here because I just feel like I need somewhere to express myself and just kind of have this creative freedom, I would say. I think so, yeah. And I'm going to get to that, but I have put over the years, over my lifetime, basically, so many obstacles to this, like to this free way of expressing myself, this free content producing way of, I lost my train of thought. Anyways, I just needed a place for me to just be me without having this pressure, kind of, from the, just Instagram and followers and likes and comments and metrics. Because today, Instagram is a huge part of my work. Because I'm an English teacher, so I have an English course, and in there I produce content for my students, like for people that want to learn. Not exactly all of them are my students, I wish, but no. So I kind of feel this pressure, this creative pressure that I can't really express myself through just sharing whatever I want, whatever I think. And so I was just kind of in this conflict in my head, this internal conflict of like how I would do this. And so today was a particularly hard day for me regarding so many thoughts that were in my head. And I felt like maybe if I had somewhere to kind of put these thoughts out there and just share, I would help not only myself, but maybe other people that were struggling with the same things. And then I started brainstorming on this very messy piece of paper. And just this thought of bringing this to more people and discussing and talking more and having just a place to, I don't know, just to get it off my chest would be a good thing. Like, I drew all of these arrows and I basically got to the conclusion that it is a good idea to be here, to do this in a very, very pressure-free way. I don't want to be pressured, really, because I think that's one of the main reasons for the anxiety that I've been experiencing over the past few years. Yeah, I think maybe for my whole life, I guess. I just seek people's approval a lot. And I think that this is a huge thing with our generation. We are people pleasers. In general, I think everyone on some level, like others more, others less, but we want to please other people always. And it's exhausting. And this approval that a lot of the times we don't get, or we feel like we don't get, hurts us so much, especially for those who have trust issues, who have abandonment issues, who have rejection issues. I have a little bit of that. We can get into that maybe on other videos, but I don't have a little bit of that. I have a lot of that. I've struggled with rejection for a long time. And this really messed up my head a little bit. And so I'm going to try to follow through with my little brainstorming situation here on this piece of paper. I don't know if I'm being, if my thoughts are organizing in your head. Wait, no, this sentence was just, I don't know if I'm making myself clear and if these thoughts are making sense, like if it's following a logical order, I would say. But I will try to use this very messy mind map here that I just did. So I already told you about my internal conflict. I will give you a brief introduction about myself because I just feel like I talked so much and I didn't do that. Well, I did actually. I told you I'm an English teacher. I teach English. I'm also a doctor. So I'm not right now working with medicine because I'm studying for residency exams. If you are not in Brazil, let me just briefly tell you how it works here for us. We finish medical school and we can work. We can, I did this as soon as I graduated from medical school. I started working as a doctor in hospitals and stuff, but then I realized that it was better for me to just focus on my studies for a year and try to pass my residency tests and, just get to that next phase, because I feel like I was kind of delaying my victory in these tests by working at hospitals, because it is very overwhelming. And so I graduated last year in the middle of 2023. So it's been a year and a little bit. But then I got married this year on May 18th. And up until the wedding, I was not able to study at all. I was just working to pay for the wedding, which was great. It was an absolute dream. I don't regret doing that because my wedding was just a dream come true for me. So, and after the wedding, I had my honeymoon. We traveled. It was great. And then we came back and it was already June. I had to organize my new home, which was a struggle because I also moved cities. I was not living where I live right now. So it took me a while to kind of adapt to this new life. I tried going to, work at hospitals during this time. I took 2 shifts at a hospital, but it was not good. I had a really bad experience in one of these shifts. And so I saw this as an answer kind of for me to let go of this hospital life and just focus on studying and just putting my focus in one thing for once in my life, because I've always been that kind of person that multitasks. And although this is seen as a great thing, or it's even, some people really see this as a good thing. And honestly, it's not. We can't really achieve great things in life if we're not mainly focused. I would say it's not impossible to achieve great things. It just takes longer. And I wanted to kind of just divide these things of my life to get there a little bit faster and with more mental health, which is something that I had been neglecting for a long time. And so this is me. And then I kept on teaching English, obviously, because up until May, I had been working as a doctor and as a teacher. And now I've been just producing content for Instagram and, having my classes and all of that. But I got to a point where it got really confusing, because content producing can be amazing for a number of reasons. We get connected to awesome people. We get opportunities that we couldn't get without content producing. We just evolve as people. As a person, I feel like I grew a lot with content producing and just matured in this process, because I've been doing it for 4 years. And so many things have happened related to this, and I feel like I needed that. But also, my page, while it is dedicated to teaching, I also feel like people connect more when I share about my personal life, and this is where it gets tricky. At the same, let's put it like that. I really enjoy sharing about my personal life because I feel like I can connect to people more in this way. At the same time, I feel kind of, invaded. Could I say this in English? I feel like people kind of have access to things that they shouldn't have, or that I shouldn't allow people to have. I don't know. It's just hard to have balance in this. And also, like, this is not even the biggest problem. The biggest problem for me is the pressure. Because you basically, when you fail publicly. You fail in public. And I have struggled a lot with this. Especially, just being this people pleaser person that I am. I've seen myself scroll for hours on my phone while I wait for people to like my stories or like my reels or like my photos and just give me this approval that I desperately seek, that I shouldn't be seeking. I should be looking for this inside of me, because also as a Christian, which is something that I should have mentioned when I was introducing myself. As a Christian, I should not be looking for other people's approval, because I have a God that loves me the way that I am, and He made me like this. So it was intentional for me to have these abilities, for me to be the way that I am. And He absolutely loves me. But yeah, it's just hard for me to feel confident and calm and just post something and just leave it there without checking it every 5 minutes or less. So I got to a point where it's just tiring being there, and I have been trying to kind of exercise. It's kind of like an exercise. I've been posting more for the past week, I guess. After a long time, let's say 3-4 months without posting a lot, just posting mainly English content. But I just felt like I needed to get back in the game and kind of experiment a little bit more and see if I could find my balance for the 100th time. But I don't know. I really want to find a way to be consistent there and just find a way, a place, maybe, a community where I could just let this go, let these things off my chest, and get to nice discussions about these subjects and just, So yeah, I'm feeling in general just tired, I would say. I'm feeling inconsistent because even though I started studying and I've really, really progressed. I've made progress with my studies. Really made progress, but not consistently. I don't feel like I have developed the habit of studying yet. It's not a pleasurable activity for me. I suffer while doing it. I don't do it every single day. Not every day is a good day of studying. I know I'll never get to the point where every day is a good day of studying, but I feel like I can be a lot more consistent than I am today. So I'm feeling this, but I also feel like I should give myself some credit because I did evolve, I would say. So this is what I wanted to get off my chest. I just feel like my content production is a little bit messy, and I do want to organize it. But I got to a point where I feel like it'll only get organized once I start doing something, and maybe it'll get messier before it gets organized, and that is okay. I should be okay with it. Now, my clear goals for the future. The thing is, I feel messy right now. Like, I feel like things are messy. However, I do have clear goals. And I feel like this is such a privilege for me, looking back and being the indecisive person that I was. This is amazing to have clear goals. And today, I would say my life scenario, my dream life scenario would be just really, this is my main focus. A house with no stairs, because today I live in an apartment that has stairs. I don't want stairs. I just don't want stairs. And I just want a house with a yard. I want a dog and a cat. I want 2 or 3 kids. Still not sure. We'll see how things go by the second one. And I want to have a happy marriage. And I want to live in a small community, like with nice people, and just I want to be a part of something, because another thing about myself, I've never really felt like a part of anything, because I've always moved a lot. I moved around a lot, and I just want to root myself somewhere. So, and then regarding work, in this scenario, I really want to work from home. I really want to be a present mother to my children. It's like my biggest dream is to be a mom, and I really want to be there for my kids. So I've decided that in this scenario, working with something that gives me the possibility of working from home would be ideal. So after giving this a lot of thought and changing my residency options 1,000 times, which is something that I'm so ashamed of, because as I told you, I shared a lot of stuff on Instagram and on social media, and people judge a lot. So it's really, really uncomfortable to do this. But anyways, I'm just starting out here. It's kind of like a clean slate that I got on this channel. Not exactly, because as you might see, I have other videos, but anyways, I just feel like I'm going to be a lot more free here, I guess. So I'm going to tell you guys. And if you are here up until now, it means that you are genuinely interested in what I have to say. And maybe my story resonated with yours on some level, and you still felt like you could stay here. So without further ado, my residency choice is psychiatry. So it's just, every time I say it to another person, and now to more than one person, it just becomes more real. So I've been saying this to people little by little, and it's really difficult for me to share this, especially because here in Brazil, it's a really, really hard specialty to get into. But, I've made my choice, and I'm going to do what it takes. I am doing what it is taking. And honestly, it's so hard, and I feel like I'm so far from this becoming true, because as I told you, I didn't start studying until July. So, and people study for like 2 years, 1 year at the most, at the least, I mean. So yeah, I don't feel like I'm super ready. I will take some tests though, because I do have faith, and I can only try. But one of the reasons that I didn't share this is because failing in public is so, so difficult. And I didn't want to tell people that I wanted this specialty because it's really hard. But now I am. I'm telling you, and I feel good about it. And so I went and worked from home, like having online consults, and I do psychotherapy online, like online therapy, and it really works for me. Obviously, it's not a psychiatrist, it's a therapist, a psychologist, but I feel like the psychiatrist's job is basically like very, very similar. However, with a different approach when it comes to like medications and stuff, because you can prescribe medication. But I don't feel the need to have like an official office space. I do want to, but like I just think it's possible for me to work from home, and this just gives me a lot of peace because I love being home. And another thing that is kind of different from being home is traveling. Like I want to travel so much. Like I really want to be a person that travels. I don't feel like I need to go to a lot of different places, but I just feel like when I have the chance of going to a couple of places and I really enjoy one place, that will be like our place to go every vacation, and we will just make memories there, me and my family, me and my husband, even before having kids. So I feel like I need time to go explore a different place and just make it my place. And also, yes, I want to go to different places, but I want to have the financial freedom to do that, and also the time freedom. Can I say it like that? Just having the time to do it. And I feel like psychiatry will be able to give me that. And also my English course. And in my life scenario, my English course really, really, really fits because it's something that I want to pursue for my whole life. And I have this strong desire to help more people to learn English because I feel like it gives you freedom. And I have this freedom and I want other people to have it too. So I really believe in the method that I use for teaching, and I want more people to have access to it, and I want to improve my course more and more and more. It is not perfect, but I'm very proud of it because it's out there. I did it. And for me, being a procrastinator, a chronic procrastinator, this is such a big, huge victory. And also me being a perfectionist and having something out there that is not completely perfect, and it never will be, honestly, is such a good exercise for me. And I just want to keep moving forward with that. And so lastly, my hugest, does hugest exist? I don't think so. But my biggest dream is to make a difference in the world. Like, kind of cliche to say this, but I really do want to make a difference. I really want, and I'm not saying that I want a lot of people to be touched or be helped by me, because I feel like when we put this kind of pressure in ourselves, really, we kind of miss the point of connecting to one person individually. And I strongly believe in this one-to-one connection. And I strongly believe on I strongly believe in the impact that this makes to the next person, that this person will reach. Because I don't know, I just feel like if I reach person number 1, this person is best friends with person number 2, and maybe there would be no way for me to get to person number 2 if it weren't for person number 1 in the first place. And it was possible for me to reach person number 1 for a number of reasons. Maybe that person was just scrolling their Instagram feed and they saw my face and they sympathized with it. Or they were looking for something on YouTube and I showed up and I showed up for them. But I would never be able to reach this person's best friend. So I strongly believe in the impact that I can make for this one person. And this can just spread. And so I'm really not focusing on numbers here when I say that I want to make a difference in the world. I just want to make a difference in one person's world. And I strongly believe in the difference that this will make. And how do I plan to do that through this channel? Basically, I love spreading knowledge. I love teaching what I learn, just spreading it more and more. And I had been thinking about this a lot, like kind of struggling as to either I should or shouldn't start this project here, like just sharing thoughts and stuff. And because there's just so much out there already. There's just so much information, and I feel like I'm drowning in information. And just, I even thought about deleting social media completely and just not being a part of it anymore. I mean, it's just not for me. I want to have mental health, and I want to struggle less with anxiety, and you know, I really, really considered it. But then this knowledge, this good knowledge that we see, obviously there's the bad part of internet, but the good part, I feel like it needs more and more and more spreading, because depending on the way that I talk about something, you will resonate with it more or less, and then another person will talk about the same thing, and then it will make a difference to you. So I feel like I need to show up for my people, for the people that will connect with me. And this has been really strong in my heart. And really, I kind of feel like it's my mission here. It might sound a little bit, I don't know, mystical, or just I want to be special or something, but it's really not. I mean, I feel like we are all really special because of this, because each of us have their own experience in life and their own way of facing challenges, and all of this could be used for the good in other people's lives. And so I want to be here doing my part. And I've been feeling so like my heart has been burning for me to do this. And I feel like God is talking to me and he's just guiding me to do it. I wouldn't be here doing this video if it weren't for the courage that he gave me to do this. And I pray that everything that I say here will not be just empty words. I want this to be a place where my words are guided, my thoughts are, the right thoughts, and are not affected by anxiety and I just want to make a good difference in your life. I want to give you more peace, and I want to give you what I want for myself and what I've been seeking. And when I find it, when I see something that helps me, I want to give you my version of it, and maybe it will be good for you. So I'll be basically bringing you life lessons, stories maybe, helping you while I help myself, because I need a lot of help. And I feel like when I put my thoughts out there, it just makes more sense. It becomes more real, and I can kind of observe from a different perspective. And so this is actually a great scenario, helping myself while I help others. And also I feel like it's a great way to have a free space, a free environment for me to just express my thoughts without having the pressure of the judgment and all of that. Really as a creativity exercise, let's put it like that. I want to be creative. I want to put my creativity out there. I actually saw a video today talking about this, another YouTuber, Julia. And she said that her channel started, I don't know if her channel or just content producing in general, but she said that it all started as a creativity exercise, and she just stuck with it. And at some point when it stopped being about just being creative, it got heavy and it got tiring. And I don't want that. I just really, really just want this to be very natural and raw, and just, I want to take out the obstacles. I want to just, be free with this, because I have put so many obstacles to just starting doing this, and it's something that has been burning inside of me for a long time. And I put so many obstacles, and every time I wanted to record a video, it would either be too dark, right now it is, or I'm too tired, right now I am, or I don't have the right inspirations or whatever. I didn't have. I just sat down and kind of wrote a bunch of things that were in my mind. And so it's really also, it's an exercise for my perfectionism. And yeah, I just want to organize my thoughts in here, think out loud. I feel like every time I think out loud, it's best for me. It's the best thing for me. And also, I want to give my opinion on some things. I'm not saying I'll always be right. Maybe up till now, you don't agree with anything that I've said, and it's all good. Let me just see if I'm missing anything. I want to take the pressure off. I don't work well under pressure. This is something that is so true about me. I actually found out that I really don't work well under pressure in therapy, and it was actually a discovery, like a surprising discovery, because I thought of myself as a person that works well under pressure. I don't know why, but I actually work really badly under pressure. So it's really an exercise for me to take the pressure off. And one last thing. I really want to take out the obstacles, as I told you. Like, the perfect moment doesn't exist. The perfect moment for me to record this video doesn't exist. The perfect makeup or the perfect scenario. And if I put the obstacles, I honestly don't know if I'll be able to do it. I think I won't, because this is what has been stopping me. And one other thing that really, really, really made me struggle and think about this should I do this or not, is the am I ready question. Like, do I have the results? Am I the, reference that people would like to look up to? I'm going to tell you one thing. I don't think I am, but I don't think I'll ever be. And there is so much beauty in the process. And I really just want to kind of spread the mentality that having gratitude for where I am, despite having passed my test or not, or, having my life scenario, having the life scenario that I want or not, because I'm sure that when I get there, I'll want other things. This is, human beings are like this in general. So I'll never be, at the perfect moment for anything. So yeah, I questioned myself a lot as to, am I ready? And when I started thinking about sharing about mentality and life lessons and all of that, I was like, do I even have the right mentality for me to teach people to have the right mentality? And no, I don't. I struggle a lot with mental health. I struggle a lot with anxiety. I don't think I'll ever stop struggling. There are things that I will be able to heal with time, and they will get better. And I have gotten better, from before, but it's a constant process that I'm at peace with today. Today, I am at peace with it. So, well, I think this is it. I think I've covered all of it. I really want to thank you for, staying here until the end. I hope that we are together for a long time. I really want this to be a comfortable space for you to share your experiences and just be yourself, as I am doing. So I don't know, maybe leave me a comment introducing yourself and telling me your struggles and your life scenario, and maybe we will try to reach it together. This is what I'm working towards, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.